Hey everybody, what's up? It's Tim with today's SCE. Hope wherever you're at, you are doing awesome and killing it. Thanks so much for tuning in. So the title for today's clip is Your Purpose is Yours and Yours Alone. And I want you to take a look at something. I want you to take a look down this way. And I want you to take a look up this way. What do you see other than the bay? Nothing. A couple nights ago, 4th of July, fireworks shot right here. Beach was packed. There were thousands of people here. It was hopping, like a huge block party right here. Just me and about 10,000 of my closest friends having a blast. Today, a couple days later, it's been raining all day, it's cold, and there isn't anybody here. And that is a real strong parallel between us and our mission and our purpose. Last clip, we talked about finding your purpose and making sure you're living from it. And we're gonna move into how you go about doing that. There is one fundamental truth that you and I gotta remember, and we gotta keep our arms around. Right now, it's raining, it's cold, it's windy, it's been raining all day. We're out here alone. At the end of the day, your purpose and your mission is yours and yours alone. But that's where greatness occurs. Are you willing to own it when there's no support? Are you willing to own it in the dark and rainy days? Or are you willing to let go of it and just abandon it? Great story, one coming out of the Old Testament about a guy named Joseph. And Joseph was a guy, if you remember the story, who was given a gift of interpreting dreams. And he told his family members that, and they hated him for it, and they sold him into slavery. And he went down a long trail of one adversity after another. At one point, he was thrown in prison. And he would eventually be released from prison and become the second most powerful person in Egypt, right behind the Pharaoh. But he spent years and years in prison. Now, I don't know about you, but I would have given up anywhere along the way. But here's the thing, Joseph's destiny wasn't prison. Joseph's destiny was to be in the palace with Pharaoh. And at one point along the line, he was just 1 year from being released from prison, but he didn't know it. He was just 6 months from being released from prison and didn't know it. Just 3 months, just 1 month, just 1 week, just 24 hours, just 1 hour, just 5 minutes, and boom! His entire future changed because he moved from the prison to the palace. At anywhere along the line, he could have compromised, he could have quit, he could have said, you know what, my mission and my purpose weren't worth it, I must have got it wrong, I'm giving up. I was wrong. I'm going to conform. And let me tell you what, folks, that's the way it is with you and I. There is a lot out there that's going to try to steal your mission and your purpose from you. Life is set up that it gives us adversity, challenges, and difficulties. And I believe it's designed to test us and to mold us and to see if we really want what we're going for or if we're just going to give up. The easiest thing in the world to do is to quit. The easiest thing in the world to do is to conform and to give up on us and to give up on our dream and to give up on what we believe in. Right now, this beach is empty. There's nobody here. But when things were going well, everybody was here. But when things get a little tough and a little challenging, people bolt because we'd rather be comfortable than be challenged. And we got to learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable. We have to remember that eagles fly alone, not in flocks. Your mission, your purpose is yours. And you're going to be tested to see how bad do you really want it. And we have got to learn to stay hungry. We've got to learn to persevere through the tough times and to maintain and to go after it no matter what the situation or what the circumstances. Because eventually this weather is going to subside and it's going to fade and the sun's going to come back out. And no matter where you're at and no matter where I am at in life, if we're under some dark clouds and some rain right now, that's going to subside. And it's our mission and our purpose that pulls us through. Lots of people talk about this, few people live it because they experience a little bit of adversity and they think it's not meant to be. But the thing that differentiates the greats and the folks who stick and follow through and live their dream and live their purpose is they're willing to execute regardless of the situation or the circumstances because they know the situation and the circumstances are temporary, but their purpose is who they are and what they're about. And they know that if they don't fulfill that and they don't live that, they're going to die. And they would rather die pursuing it, even if it's alone and in the rain, than to compromise and to go back to normal and go back to being average. And your purpose can be something awesome, like changing the world. It can be something simple, like changing yourself or changing a life. Joseph could have given up anywhere along the way, but he didn't. Because of that, he rewrote history and stepped into his greatness and into his destiny. So in order for us to move forth in pursuing our purpose, we got to remember that purpose is easy when it's easy, but when it gets tough, you can't quit, because that's what differentiates the ordinary from the exceptional. Herb Brooks, coach of the U.S. Olympic team, said, we can't be ordinary because ordinary people go nowhere. We have to be uncommon. We have to be extraordinary. And I'm calling you and I'm calling myself to step up into that extraordinary and to continue to hold on to that purpose. Because as we continue to talk about this and shape what that purpose looks like and how we execute it, our entire future is at stake. And I'm not willing to compromise on that. I don't care if a hurricane rolls ashore. I'm not moving off of it. I don't think you are either, or you wouldn't be watching this clip. So I just want to give you a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of fire, and say, you know what? If you feel like you're alone, if you feel like you're the only one holding on to your dream, number one, good for you. Number two, stop feeling sorry for yourself and realize that that's part of the cost of stepping into who you were meant to be. Anybody can be on the beach when there's a beach party. Who's on the beach when conditions aren't well? But the people who are on the beach when the conditions aren't well, like the fishing boat that's out there right now, fishing regardless of the weather, are the ones who are going to make it happen. I believe that's you. I believe that that's me. So next time we're going to talk about how we take those 3 points, what we're good at, what we love to do, and what produces results, formulate it into our everyday life and into our overall life, and shape that to step into our purpose, into our mission, and eventually into our destiny. But I got to tell you right now that you have to remember that there are going to be times when things get really hard, really tough. But the folks that learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable and push through and know that eventually the weather's going to change are the ones who come out on top. And a lot of times it's not even about the destination, it's about the journey. So here's to you. Good for you for watching. Good for you for continuing to kill it, for not giving up. Even if you fell down, get back up, recharge. You have a purpose, a mission, and a destiny to step into. I believe you're not going to quit. I'm not going to quit. I love taking the journey with you. This is Tim from the LB wishing you an awesome day. Thanks for tuning in. I will talk to you real soon.